Maurice here, back for another Power Pack training. Today, we're going to talk about what to do if you want your first SMMA client by Friday, okay? You want your first client this week, okay? We're going to talk about what you need to do, what I did to get clients expeditiously, okay? That means quickly, very quickly, because I know a lot of you guys say, hey, Maurice, I got bills. I hate this 9-to-5 job. I'm ready to get a new car. I'm tired of driving that dustbuster. I'm tired of living in this 2-bedroom apartment. I want me a home with a beautiful backyard for my kids. Maurice, I want to do this as fast as possible. What do I need to do? Okay. Now, before we answer that question, gang, okay, I want you guys to know something. Get a piece of paper and a piece of paper and a pen, okay? Okay, now, if you want to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, okay, or you want a side hustle, okay, maybe you want to keep your job, but you just want a side hustle, and you want SMMA to be a side hustle, okay, you guys got to understand something. You must be willing to sacrifice, and you got to be self-disciplined. Those are the two attributes, okay, that has allowed me to eclipse $57,000 last month in SMMA. Okay, you guys can look at the video. I showed you guys proof and all that type of stuff. And I normally don't do that, but I wanted to inspire the masses to stop playing and sacrifice. Great. That means your money, okay, in your trainings and educations like me. Okay, a lot of you guys aren't willing to do that, and that's holding you back. That's the big one. That's what's holding 98% of you guys back. You haven't bought any courses. You won't get a coach. You just want to try to bum your way to the success by watching all the free YouTube videos. That's not going to happen, gang. You're going to have to shell out some dough. It's kind of like a doctor trying to be a doctor but only watch YouTube videos. You know, he has to pay to get the education to make a $250,000 or $100,000 a year as a doctor, okay? You got to sacrifice. That's number one. If you're not willing to sacrifice and you're not self-disciplined, then this video can't help you, okay? Because I'm going to tell you some things you could do, and you have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to pay a price for success. You want a client this week, you got to be willing to pay the price, okay? But the good thing is, if you follow the instruction in the video, guess what? You can get your first client by Friday. Okay. In fact, you can do it in 3 or 4 days. You can do it. You can get a client in a day. I can get a client in 1 day. Maybe I'll do a client, or a client in a day challenge or something like that. This is really simple. Okay. It really is simple. But you guys have overcomplicated it. Okay. All we do to get clients. All right. Let's get into this. All we do to get clients, ladies and gentlemen. How do you get a client? Simple. You got to talk to business owners. You got to get in front of business owners, okay? You got to prospect, okay? That's key, okay? Now, cold calling is the fastest way to get clients. Let me say it again. Cold calling is the fastest way to get your first client, okay? So, if you want to get a client by Friday, okay, what you need to do, all right, is first of all, if you're going to use cold calling, you need to have the ICP course, okay? You need to devour that course, follow everything that I lay out, go over the scripts and the rebuttals and just devour it, go over the sales closing that I do, and I do everything, okay? You have to get trained, gang, okay? Actually, there's another faster way. I would hire a coach. To be honest, I would hire someone that has already done it, have them to hold my hand, do everything they said, and just blow up, okay? So that's just a side caveat. If you got the money, you can invest in a coach. Hire a coach. Let them just take you by the hand and just show you how to build this business, and you're just going to get ahead so much faster than everyone else, okay? So anyway, how do you get a client by Friday? We need to be in front of X amount of business owners. I'm going to say this. You want a client by Friday, okay? And let's just imagine that it's Monday, okay? All right, when you start this, okay? Or in 7 days or 8 days or what have you, okay? You're going to need, you can write this down, you're going to need to talk to about 50 to 60 businesses, okay? Write that down. You're going to need to talk to about 50 to 60 businesses. So you need to be setting aside. Remember I said sacrifice, because here comes the work, okay? I'm not just going to reach in my pocket and hand you guys a boatload of cash. That's not how it works, okay? You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to put in the work, okay? Now I just said you got to buy the courses, okay? You got to invest in courses and trainings. All right, that's the first sacrifice. The second sacrifice, if you don't, all right, which you should, because you got to know how to cold call at a high level if you want a client in 1 week. Okay, so you're going to need to talk to about 50, 60 people. This is probably going to take you as a newbie. This is to my newbies out there. All right, this is to my newbies. You're going to need to talk to about 50 to 60 business owners. So it's probably going to take you about 1 to 2 hours a day, minimum. 1 to 2 hours a day you should be spending on the phone, okay? 1 to 2 hours a day to get to this goal. Because out of that 50 to 60, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably gonna get about, I would say about 10 of them, okay, to agree, all right? I would say about 10 to 15 to agree to look at the information, okay? As a newbie, you're probably gonna be around 20, 30% as a new one. A new person, never cold called before, and you're just following the recipe that I lay out in the ICP course and even in this video, okay? For those that might not have the money, you should. If you don't, get a job and get the course. Do whatever you got to do. You guys got to make sacrifice. Sacrifice is simply put, give up something of a lower nature to receive something of a higher nature. And that's why most people never receive things of a higher nature, because they're not willing to give up to come up. And that's the trade, okay? That's the great divide. That's what stops the masses from being the best they could be, because they're not willing to give it their all. As a side note, guys, be willing to give SMMA your all. That means to focus. That means to take all of your money, all of your effort, and focus only on getting a client, okay? Only on getting a client, okay? Now, you cannot say, Maurice, I want to get a client in 7 days, and you chilling on the couch, watching Netflix, playing video games. You're on Facebook, social media, IG, looking at all the models and all the stuff that you guys do, okay? Or like to do, you know? I like to get on YouTube and, you know, chill or whatnot, look at stuff, and that's nice. But that's not at the cost of my revenue producing activities, okay? Once revenue activities have been done, once you have made your cold calls, okay, you've put 1 to 2 hours in a day, and you've talked to 4 or 5 businesses, and they have agreed to allow you to email them some additional information. That presentation that I send, click the link in the description. And when you sign up for the ICP course, you can purchase. Doesn't come free with the course, but you can purchase the done for you presentation, okay? And email that, all right? So when you do that, then you can chill, but don't do it before then, okay? So you set aside 1 to 2 hours a day. You're gonna need to talk to about 50 to 60. When you follow up, gang, I can tell you, out of that 10 to 15, you'll have an opportunity to close a minimum of 2 to 3 of those individuals, okay? 2 to 3, okay? You should get 1, okay? And that's your 1 client literally by Friday. Okay. Now, if it doesn't happen for some unforeseen reasons, you keep going. You don't quit. All right. But the blueprint that I'm laying out for you, gang, it works. It worked for me. It has worked for countless of my students that are making over $10,000 a month. Cold calling is so effective that most people miss it. And it's quick. Okay. The reason why I'm able to set up videos like this and say, hey, get a client by Friday, is because cold calling allows you to pick up the phone now and be on the phone with somebody that can buy now and give you money and a credit card. Let me put a spin on this thing. If you really want to get a client this week, imagine setting up these appointments with local businesses in your local market. You talking about getting to the money quick? You get to the money like yesterday, because that's what I used to do. I would set up 4 to 5 face appointments a week, and I would close 1 or 2 of them. I would sit down at Starbucks and close, and it was simple. I have a closing script that I put in the ICP course, and it's just simply 10 questions that I ask. Okay, closing is the easiest part of SMMA. Okay, it's the easiest thing, and most people mess that up too. Okay, so that's the process, gang. Okay, you gotta sacrifice. You gotta put in the work. You're gonna need to talk to about 50 to 60 people, business owners. Okay, it's gonna take you about 1 to 2 hours a day. Okay, and you gotta focus. If you do that, you can have your first $1,000 to $2,000 a month client. Okay, all you got to do is focus. You can have your first $1,000 to $2,000 a month client, and just imagine you repeat that 5 times, you get $10,000 a month. Okay, so gang, that's it. I hope this video has been of immense value to you. If it has, comment below, let me know what you thought. Hit the thumbs up, help spread the video to more people. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. My goal is to help 100,000 people earn 6 figures from home. Okay, click the link in the description, grab the ICP, grab the coaching. You guys can also do a one-on-one strategy session, and I can actually work with you and find out what's going on and get you pointed in the right direction. I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.